Good morning, lovely people of Britain and all over the world. I'll try my best to enlighten you what's going on in Britain today. As you can see in America, you got racism at the forefront. In the United Kingdom, it's embedded in the institution, but now it is surfaced itself. It surfaced so much after the referendum that all corner of the United Kingdom is standing up and look. But what I want to try and deal with today is the turmoil that is going on in the Conservative Party and the leadership. One thing I can say to you is that David Cameron is a very, very smart guy. That's one thing I can give him. He's very smart. And I'm going to tell you why. David Cameron was looking for an excuse to step down as Prime Minister. Because everything that the right-wing newspaper, like The Sun and everybody, that's saying it's so rosy in the economic. It's not. It's not. All right? There's a lot of things wrong. And it's like a boiling like, under the sea, there's boiling like you have earthquake, our volcano, lava boiling under there before it erupt. That's what is happening in Britain. Yeah, that is what is happening. David Cameron knows, yeah, that in maybe 2 or 3 years' time, people is gonna get so frustrated, people gonna get so hungry, yeah, that he stepped down because everything that happens bad in this country, the newspaper try to deflect it from the Conservative, to say like, for an example, in Birmingham, where kids are being killed by parents or by cousin or whatever, and they're blaming the Child Protective Service there, that they're the one not seeing the problem. No, no. You have a sector. You provide funding, right? The government is taking away funding from all of those things, right? So what you have shortage. You have people workload. You understand? It's not everything everybody can see, but if those people are paid properly, right? Or you have the right the right forces or the right amount of people to work, then you keep it at a minimum. You understand? So he knows what's gonna happen. So he don't want to. All right. For instance, Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson was the favorite to take over, but Boris Johnson know what's gonna happen. So he's biding his time. He's biding his time. So who's running? Two people I can mention: Michael Grove and Theresa May. These two people are radical people, right? They'll pass law. They pass laws that affect poor people. That's what they're going to do. Yeah. So I'm saying, people, don't be fooled by what is going on. Don't be fooled by what is going on, right? The economic in Britain is not so rosy. It's rosy for rich people. It is rosy for the rich, not for the working class, right? For example, this is the economic of statistic that can be manipulated. This is an economic of homelessness. How many people losing their homes, right? You go on job seekers, right? They don't give you enough money because they're saying that um, uh, if they give you enough money, you won't go look work. It's not everybody want to sign on. This is an economic of food bank, right? You're signing on The money that they give you not enough, and if you're hungry, they're telling you to go to food. They direct you to the food bank, right? So how can you have economic prosperity, as what the conservatives are saying, and all of these things is happening, right? Right? Unemployment amongst ethnic minority is skyrocketing, right? And who they gonna blame? Immigrant. They're gonna blame immigrants. In 2010, David Cameron, I'm saying this guy is very smart, man. He knows how to trick people, right? He freezes council tax, right? He freezes council tax, and now they they're raising council tax, and they raised council tax by catching up for what they freeze it for before, right? So if they used to charge you £2, increase it by £2 a year, right? This year they're putting on £20, so it never freezes. You understand? It never freezes, mate. So what is going on? What is going on? I'm telling you, the right-wing newspaper allegedly not telling people of Britain what is really going on, what is under the surface. They're not telling you. They're painting this rosy picture, right? They're painting this rosy picture. No, it's not rosy, mate. This is an economic of what you call it? Not calling it slavery. You call it cheap labor. This is an economic of cheap labor. You understand what I'm saying? Right? How can people survive? Right? When the energy company, the communication company, the water company is raising every day. Food prices is going up. But your pay is stable. It ain't moving. People who's working is going to food bank. Right? And the newspaper ain't telling the people of Britain that. Right? They get up every day and they paint this picture like it's so rosy. It's not rosy in Britain anymore, mate. I know a family is leaving, going somewhere else to work. Nobody can work in Britain and survive nowadays. Only the rich. Only the rich can survive. You understand what I'm saying? Only the rich can survive. It's not fair. And then, I gotta touch this. The Labour Party. The Labour Party. You know, Jeremy Corbyn is a man of good heart. He's a man of good heart. But he allowed the Conservative to get away with a lot of stuff. He let the Conservative lead the argument. Whoever listened Prime Minister's question, the Conservative, the members, they're making so much noise, they don't have no respect for poor people. Every time you mention something about the poor, they shout the person down. And then when they want to get elected, they come to us, the working class, to elect them. No, man, we need to send these guys a message, a strong message. Right? Enough, man. They need to respect the House of Parliament where they are. And if they respect that, they respect us. They will respect us. You understand? So, my people, peace and time out. When the next thing come around, I'll let you know what's going on, mate. I'll let you know what's going on. Right? This country is an economic of cheap labor, manipulated statistic, food bank, cheap labor. Enough. It's gonna get worse than get better. We're going back in the 1930s. We're going back to the 1950s. We're going back to the 1960s. right? Where the rich rule, where racism was an epidemic, right? We all are humans. We all are human and we must live together. Whether you're black, white, green, yellow, whether you're straight, gay, or whatever you want to be, we got to respect each other. We got to respect each other. I'm a type of person who believe in God and believe in the Bible, right? And if a person is gay, don't judge that man. Don't judge that man. And saying, well, God said this. We know the laws of God. But you must remember, the Bible said, live the life you love. But remember, in the end, you'll be judged. Leave all judgment to God. Right? Leave the gay people alone. Leave them, let them live them life. They are human also. Right? Blacks are human beings. Indians are human beings. Muslim are human beings. Right? In every nation you got radical. You got radical people. In Muslim you got ISIS. Right? In black people you got bad boys, gangsters. Right? In white people you got white collar crime. These people get away with a lot of stuff. But yet still, who get the blame? Who get the blame for what going on in anything? The poorer class. The poorer class are the person who don't follow rules. Time now, it must stop. Time now for the conservative to come straight to the people. Let the people know what's going on so they can work together. Right? Don't blame immigrant that immigrant come here and take people's job. They don't. They do not take people's job. Right? They need to put the blame where the blame's supposed to be. The conservative need to put the blame on the failed policy. Right? And the rhetoric that they talk in the newspaper to build up or increase the division in the country. Enough is enough. Peace, my brother.